What's up, everybody? This is Drew from Section 116 on ArgosEndzone.com. Time for Week 18 action as the Argos travel to Calgary to take on the first place Stampeders. As always, check the Show More button on the YouTube channel. Jump to the chapter you want to see. We'll get things rolling with a look back at what happened last week. Another craptacular outcome at BMO Field. Riders came out on top 29-11. Really putting a stranglehold on the Argos for this regular season, trying to get into the playoffs. What we saw then was, unfortunately, what we've seen for the last couple of weeks. The Argos' inability to get points on offense, unable to sustain drives, unable to tackle on defense. It's been a frustrating season. The last month has been brutal. This one included a special teams breakdown where the Riders had a punt return touchdown and some drop passes, a great one-handed catch by someone there from Saskatchewan. Second game in a row where the Argos opposing team got to their third-string quarterback during the game, and not because of injury, but just to get reps in because the lead was that big. Guys, I don't know what to say at this point. This is, so the Argos finished their home record 2-7 at their new digs. So much for this being the magic bullet going to solve everything. They got some work to do. Hogtown goes to Cowtown. Argos travel to Calgary to take on the first place Stampeders this week. Now, what are you talking about with Calgary then? They've already clinched a playoff spot. So the hope is that since the Argos are fighting a lot harder to keep alive, that just maybe Calgary will be a little lax, giving the Argos a chance to come out here on top. When you talk about the Stampeders, of course, the conversation starts with Bo Levi Mitchell. I mentioned 2 weeks ago that he put on a heck of a show in Toronto during the Thanksgiving game, and I'm not expecting anything different this week, to be honest. So what the Argos got to do on defense, then, of course, is create pressure. Don't give them the chance to find those open men. And then the other challenge, of course, is Jerome Messam. When you can hand off to a running back that's that large, it really makes things difficult on your front seven. The defensive line's got to shed blocks, create disruption in the backfield so that they're going to disrupt handoffs. Don't let Messam get up to speed because that's so much mass driving forward. It's going to be challenging. And, of course, try to make life miserable for Bo Levi. You've got to get him on his back repeatedly or else it's going to be a very long day. When the Argos have got the ball, reports are that Ricky Ray will be returning to take the starter snaps this week against Calgary, sending Drew Willie to the bench. Willie seems to have all the tools, but just hasn't been able to gel yet with this team. I know it's still early. It's 3 starts, maybe? Is it even 3 starts? So, I mean, it's still early, but it hasn't been great. So, fingers crossed that returning Ricky Ray can help get them over the hump here this week. But they got to be aware of Charleston Hughes rushing from the outside. He made life miserable there on Thanksgiving here in Toronto, that they've got to contain him and got to sustain drives. That's one of the biggest things is when the Argos aren't able to sustain drives on offense, it really ties down their defense because they're out here way too long. So they got to sustain drives. They got to get points at every drive. So give Hiralalu a chance to make those kicks, get into that offensive field, play the field position game with this team. If they can maintain drives and not let Bo Levi Mitchell get the ball to hurt them and then make sure they win that field position battle, they've really got a shot at winning this. They do! When the Argos have the ball, I want you to keep an eye on number 85, Deontay Spencer. What he's been able to do after the catch is really where he's dangerous, his ability to create with his feet. And he's also contributing on special teams, trying to get better field position on those punt returns. I think that's going to be one of the keys this week, is getting the ball into his hands early and often. If you can get him underneath with some of the receivers blocking downfield after the catch, he's going to have an opportunity to create. When the Argos are on defense, number 27, Corey Greenwood. One of the most talented defenders on this team. Some concussion issues have kept him off the field for some portion of the season. When he's on the field, he's got to be one of the quickest sideline-to-sideline defenders they've got. It's a lot like Chip Cox, just a guy that plays aggressive, really puts a lot of pressure on the ball carrier, and has got the speed to contribute in the pass defense as well as creating some disruption in the offensive backfield. So, on offense, keep an eye out for number 85, Deontay Spencer. On defense, number 27, Corey Greenwood. Folks, I'm not going to lie. I had zero interest even looking at trying to do the math on this score prediction. After what the Calgary did last time, The Stampeders have the top scoring offense in the CFL. The Argos have the worst scoring defense in the CFL. So basically, the math says this is going to be an absolute blowout. And I'm not cool with that because it's going to be on the wrong side, which is why, as I said earlier in terms of the keys to victory, I think this has got to be one of those long extended drive situations, short underneath passes, screens, not scramble, but some counter plays, try to take advantage of the aggressive Stampeder defense, make those long drives, which keep Calgary off the field, and then not give them the opportunity to hurt you back. So based on that, keeping long drives, getting points in every drive, not letting them get the ball, I'm seeing a 15-7 Argos win. Yeah, I know, it's not the one I want to pick, but like I said, you really don't want to do the math on what the prediction would be if you calculate things. That'll wrap things up for another week. Hope you had some fun. Remember to like, comment, and share this video. Let us know that you're out there. Let us know you're watching. As always, follow us on our social media feeds. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Feel free to make suggestions on what you'd like to see us do differently or other social media platforms we should be on. Game again, it's a Friday night doubleheader, so the Argos playoff fate could be decided before they step on the field. They need the Ticats to lose the rest of their games, and the Argos have to win the rest of their games for them to host the East semifinal. And Hamilton is playing at Ottawa in the first half of that doubleheader. So the Argos could actually be eliminated before they even step on the field. They'll have a better idea of what their standing is going into it prior to kickoff. Assuming that doesn't go into overtime, stretch things out. But either way, they're playing for the playoff lives, which should lead to some exciting football because it's a game of passion. So if they're passionate about getting in the playoffs, we should see it on the field. So 9 o'clock kickoff, Friday night, TSN, unless you can be in Calgary. Because, hey, if you can be in Calgary, you'd want to be in Calgary. So, enjoy, folks. Until next time, this is Drew from Section 116 on ArgosEndzone.com. We're riding, we ride the rail, and we ride it. Argos, go,